You focus on yourself, you build muscle, maybe you even work on a business to get women and to make friends. And you may not want to admit that, but let's be honest, that's the truth. That is the truth. Why would you be going to the gym if it weren't for that? It's not for your health. If you were opting for the most healthiest lifestyle, the gym wouldn't be what you do. What you do is you do cardiovascular stuff and only that. And you probably drink tons of water and go on tons of hikes. So you aren't going for health. What you actually do want is to look attractive because you want respect from women and you want to be looked at by them, and you also want respect from men so you can be put in better social circles. That's it. That's the main goal. There's probably like some other sub goals, but for the most part, that's probably your goal until you get to like an elite level of it where you already get like the respect from men and the respect from women, and now you kind of just do it for yourself. But I'm assuming you probably aren't at that level yet. And if you aren't, I'm here to tell you that focusing on yourself is not what is going to get you any of these. You're doing the things that aren't going to get you the result you want. It's the most retarded thing to do. It's basic cause and effect. Look, I'll explain this to you in very simple terms. If you become jacked, are you following? You become jacked. You become rich. What's changed? You just tell the same person. Why would you randomly just make friends? You just build a certain amount of muscle mass and immediately, wow, I have tons of friends now. Oopsie daisy, didn't mean to make friends. That's not real. I'm just sitting here with my jacked physique. I'm built different now. I have the money. Some random girl busts in the door and starts sucking my dick. Oopsie daisy, accidentally got a girlfriend. Oopsie. Are you dumb? Are you stupid, bro? I don't want to be disrespectful to you, but you should know this better than anyone. Even when you do look more attractive, nothing has changed. What you need to do is understand cause and effect. If you want to make friends, you need to talk to people. If you want to attract women, you need to talk to them. I have no women in my life. How many women do you talk to? How many? How many? Answer me. In the last week, how many women have you talked to? 0. Maybe that's where you should start. Because women aren't going up to you to try and be friends with you. And most guys, unless like you're lucky and you find some social guy, then that'll help a lot. The reason why you think like this, the reason why you think if you just work out, like everything will solve itself, the reason why is because we've been manipulated by all of these like media where they basically try and convince you that if you do absolutely nothing, the opportunity will come to you. We are literally being manipulated in real time. The new Spider-Man movie is coming out, so I keep using this example whenever I talk about this. When you watch Spider-Man, it's cool and all, and I'm not saying it's not a fun movie to indulge in, but you also need to understand, when you're young and you're watching Spider-Man and you're seeing this guy who's a nerd, who has no redeeming features about him, no qualities that would make him stand out, and he randomly gets bit by a spider, and now he's Superman, or a superhero, and now he can like swing around and he has powers. You need to understand, it's programming. We are being manipulated into believing that if you do nothing, everything will work out. That's not the case, bro. If you're really lucky, for a few people in the world, like they'll get a Black Swan event and maybe something cool will happen. But you still need to jump at the opportunity. And you aren't taking the opportunities. That's the thing. It's basic cause and effect. If you don't talk to women, no woman will be in your life. If you don't talk to guys who could potentially be your friend, no friends will be in your life. You'll be lonely. I'm not saying not to work out or not to focus on yourself to a degree. actually do focus on yourself. That's extremely important. But you also need to understand that focusing on yourself, it includes this like overarching point of focusing on yourself includes talking to people. Your social life is focusing on yourself. Every single one of these people preaching for you to improve, they never include talking to human beings. None of them. It's such an incredibly important trait of improving yourself. You are too anxious, as you are now, to talk to people. No amount of muscle that you gain, no like money that you gain is going to immediately make you super social. It doesn't happen. Do you understand? It's cause and effect. You can't talk to people. You need to slowly start talking to people so you can do it at a high level. So you are this fun social guy to be around who is magnetic. Everyone just tries and glosses past it because they don't want to do the hard thing of potentially facing rejection. The entire idea of focusing on yourself is that you do difficult things. It's common sense. It annoys me so much because I often see people saying things like, I'm lonely and I'm a virgin and no women are in my life, and they don't even talk to women. Are you stupid, bro? Are you a retard? Genuinely. We all know this inherently. You need to do things to get the result, even if we are being manipulated, even if, like, from a young age, we were literally set out to be these loners who don't want to talk to women. I'm telling you, it's so incredibly important. There are literally millionaires, people who you want to be like, who literally have no people in their lives just because they are losers, and all they have is gold diggers. There are men who have the best physiques on the planet and they still get no one in their life. Why? Ask yourself, why is this the case? There's a reason for this. Why is it that the fat guy can get all of these people in their lives and then the jack guy has no one? Why? Appearance plays a part. It certainly helps. Being jacked is better than being fat in all regards. So why is it that these jacked people who aren't social can't talk to anyone? They just don't have anyone in their lives. Isn't it obvious? We just talked about this. It's just because they need to talk to people. It's cause and effect. So you need to understand that you need to speak to human beings. It's so incredibly important, bro. And it doesn't mean you need to like focus on women or focus on talking to people. There's no focusing on it. All it means is that when you go outside, because you go outside anyways, if you're going to walk to the gym, on your way there, just talk to the people who you go past. It takes like 3 seconds, bro. Just say hello, good morning, like you already should be doing. You see these people every fucking day. Or you should be saying good morning. It's respectful. It's common courtesy. Do you understand? It's obvious, bro. You don't need to focus on anything. Don't make these excuses. If you want to, and I need you to understand, like admit it to yourself right now. Can you talk to people? Are you a social person? If you don't want to admit it, then no matter what I tell you to do, you aren't going to listen to me. So you need to admit it that right now, you know, maybe I'm not the most social guy and maybe I do need to improve this area of my life. I've been coping. I've been making all these excuses not to talk to people. I've been saying I don't want to focus on women right now when you can still talk to them because right now you are literally incapable. If you were, you would be. You would be. I'm going to tell you right now. If your dream woman, your 10 out of 10 was bent over in front of you, you would fuck. So the reason is because you just can't talk to people. That's it. And you need to admit that. And if you don't want to, then click off this video. This isn't for you. If you can admit that, you're finally getting somewhere. Right, I thought I almost lost you there. Okay, finally. Now that you can admit that, let's actually focus on beating these like corporations trying to convince you to be this loner who can't talk to people. Let's win this battle. A battle of the minds where your mind is being infiltrated with all of this bad programming that's literally making your life worse. Let's win. If you want to socialize, you need to talk to people. We already understand that. And if you want to talk to people, you need to implement progressively overloading. And it's going to be an ego blow. You already know what it means if you've been working on yourself. You go to the gym. if you are going to implement progressively overloading, you also need to understand that even though this is an ego hit, it is necessary. When you went to the gym for the first time, you didn't just go and hit like 100 kg. You slowly incremented to it. You didn't have much muscle to start. You slowly did 15 kg bench press, then 20 kg once your muscles grew and you got stronger. And slowly you built up very incrementally, very linearly, until eventually now you're at the weight that you can do currently. It's the same with social skills. You don't just go from being the social NPC, this level 0, but you just can't talk to anyone. And then you walk into your school with confidence and charisma, with swagger, and you go up to your cross and you just like talk shit, and now she's into you and you get a number and you go on a date and everything works out well. It doesn't happen. Ever. Just because you aren't ready for that. If you were, you would have already done it, because I know you want to, because it's always on your mind. It's always plaguing you. You need to build up. So start off with just saying hello to people on the street. It doesn't even take time. Like, you don't need to focus on anything. It doesn't take time. In passing, when you're walking past somebody, just say, good morning, hello, and walk past. You don't even need to slow down or anything, so it takes 0 time and you're improving a skill. It's like passively, bro. There's no excuse not to do it. And it's very easy, and the reason why it's easy is because there's no risk to your reputation. A lot of people are too scared to even like acknowledge that you talk to them, so they look down at their phone pretending they didn't hear you. They won't even see your face, so they won't even know who you are. There's no risk to your reputation. Most people won't even respond. They'll just look at you weirdly, or they'll just won't look at you at all and they'll walk past. And that's fine, because you're still leveling up. You're gaining the XP. Keep doing this, and then once you get confident enough, like when you go to the shops, rather than just like going to self-checkout, go and let the cashier scan your items and have a small conversation with her or him. How's your day going? Good? My day is going good too. Thank you for scanning my items. By the way, has your work been nice? I don't know, just say shit. It doesn't really matter. You can like sound like a fucking retard. It's fine. As long as you're improving, bro. Cashiers are literally paid to be nice to you. Or the taxi driver, whatever. You slowly increment up. And if you want specific like ways to level up the skill, because this is just like one of the very small parts of learning to socialize. Every single one of my videos is attributed to learning about this. And more importantly, the social protocol. It's like a community of people who are exactly like you, because they have the same beliefs as me and they have the same beliefs as you. I'm assuming you have similar beliefs to me. Like if you're watching the video and you're looking at how I'm wording things, I word things kind of brashly, maybe a little bit crude even. And I'm like just saying the truth. I'm not like sugarcoating things for you. You can kind of tell just like how I talk. I kind of care about masculinity a little bit, quite a lot actually. You can kind of, just with how I talk, how I position myself, you can kind of tell the type of person I am. And if you're watching this, you probably kind of like me a little bit. No homo. So if you do and you have similar beliefs, I think this community will really help. Rather than just making friends in your hometown with people who aren't similar to you at all, you can pay less than it costs to buy a pizza. And you can literally meet friends, brothers even, who have similar values to you. You can meet up with them in real life, and that could end up being your lifelong friend. And you like build everything together. You like both become successful in business, and it's like this sick brotherhood. Imagine having that. Along with that, there's weekly calls with me. You can get personal advice from the people in the community, of course, because I don't have the answer to everything. You may have a problem that I've never faced, so you can ask it in there. And of course, there's also the courses in there as well. So there's the fast lane to learning to socialize, the social protocol. They get you from level 0, where you can't talk to anyone, to level 2, where you can talk to any man at any time, no matter what, and build brotherhood and find friends and have connections so you aren't lonely. Remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye-bye.